Hello guys, today I'll show you some of my R&D how to use denoise feature inside Renderman. Now you can see that we do have very simple scene here in our viewport and we don't have any light in our scene. So you have to go to your light and create a simple dome light and go to simple render. Now the render is done. You can see that we do have a very noisy image we have here in our default settings of Renderman. So if you go to your render settings, you can see that sampling is 0 and 128 is by default. So what we have to do, we have to make this 32 and go for feature, denoise, make it frame, and go to simple render. Now the render is done. We can see that we don't have any kind of smooth result in our render. Still this is noisy even if we are using this denoise feature, because denoise feature is only works with batch render. So these two render buttons is not for denoiser. This render settings here for batch rendering, we can go for common, and you can see that where our render is going to save. But the problem is that Renderman doesn't support this render settings at all. You can see that we have here document, Maya, project, default and images, but this is not the actual path. Renderman has advanced Renderman controls. Now you can see that this is very similar than that, but we have default and we do have a Renderman folder. In that folder we have another folder that is untitled, that is our untitled file. So you can see that we have prefix. As you can see, this is denoise exr, the file name. So this is right and that was wrong path. You can see both of them, but this is indicating a wrong direction. This is the right direction. So now sampling is 32, feature is on, and here the camera is make it camera. So Renderman and go for your batch render. Now the render is done. You can see here in our preview that we have that path, that where is our render is saved. Now go to that path, in this case that project default. Typically it was in images folder, but it is in Renderman. So Renderman will create a new folder called Renderman, and in that folder we'll have this untitled folder. So you can see that this is 54. That means is what, that this is the actual folder we have here. Double click on this, we'll have this image folder, and in that image folder we'll have that denoise filter. So now we have to import these two renders into 𝐒𝐈. You can see that we do have denoise, and in denoise that we do have really noisy effect. But in this case that filtered, if I put it here, you can see there is no noise. You can see that there is no artifact, or else there is nothing, noisiness is there. But this is very noisy. So this is how you can use this feature denoise inside Renderman. Hope you have liked it. Thanks a lot for watching.